Police are investigating what led to several shots fired outside Taft High School. We go now to Not On Your Side's Allie Kramer with more on what happened last night. Allie.
And Julie, this all happened just as soon as that football game between Withrow and Woodward. And it was right around 9:15, and this is at Stargell Stadium down here in the West End, the future site of the FC Cincinnati Stadium. And as those students were letting out, they heard some of those shots fired. And you know, the Cincinnati police reacting very quickly, because if you're not familiar with this part of town, this is District 1 headquarters, so they are just a stone's throw away from the stadium. Now, students were still actually coming out of the stadium. The buses were still parked along Central Avenue to take some of the players back to the school. That's when those fans heard the shots. Cincinnati Police Captain David Fink tells us that there was a large fight after the game, and that's when some of those shots were fired into the air. We're told no one was hit, and despite canvassing the area, they didn't find a suspect or a weapon. And now, of course, the stadium used by several different teams, and we did a little digging. Back in 2015, there was a spike in crime down here in the West End. There was a double homicide, and then there was a shot that was fired through the window of Taft High School into the cafeteria. And because of some of those concerns, they actually moved one of the football games for that evening, and they ended up actually increasing security for a home game that followed the next day. And so that's the questions that we're going to be asking the school officials, the security that they hire, as well as the Cincinnati Police Department, because tonight is Taft's home opener against Thurgood Marshall, a school out of Dayton, Ohio. So different teams playing a different setup, but certainly something that we're going to be asking. Julie?